What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm live. I'm live. I want to do a roundup of the current Euro 2020 qualifiers going on right now. I haven't had a chance to do so because there's so much football to cover. So I don't want everything to go by and I didn't actually talk about these games because it's a lot of fixtures. Guys, do you think there's too much football playing at the moment? Like, we can't keep up with all this. We cannot keep up with all this football. Like, we have Women's World Cup going on. We have the Under 20 World Cup going on. We have UEFA Nations League. We have friendlies. We have Euro 2020 qualifiers. It's like so much football. Like, how can one digest all this football? It's crazy. It is ridiculous. But thank you very much for everyone who has joined the live stream right now. I appreciate everyone in the house right now. Guys, I had a very long day. I went to work, came back, but I said I have to talk about these Euro 2020 qualifiers. So we're not going to waste any time and we are going to get into these fixtures right now. And we are going to start with Group A. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let you guys know the standings, and then I'm going to go through the games, and then I'm going to try to run through all the groups. Nothing too fancy. It's just that I want to discuss these games with you guys. That's all it is, you know. So let's start with Group A. In Group A, we have England at the top. 2 games played. They won 2, and they have 6 points. Remember, England are currently taking part in UEFA Nations League, so they will not take part in Euro 2020 qualifiers in this current international break. So England will play their games, I think, in September. So they're on top, 2-2. Then we have Czech Republic second. They have 1 win from 2 games and a loss. They have 3 points. Kosovo, they have 2 draws after playing 2 games. That's big. That's a good result right there for Kosovo. And then we have Bulgaria also on 2 points in the group. They have 2 draws and a loss after 3 games. And then we have Montenegro at the bottom of the group with 2 draws and 1 loss, 2 points. And someone said that Montenegro sacked their coach. I think his name is Tumbakovic. And it was surrounding something to do with playing versus Kosovo. So I never like to read news like that, but you got to leave the politics out the game. But politics is part of the game as well. So in Group A, guys, in Group A, let's run through the results that happened in Group A so far. In March, we're gonna run through some of the March fixtures as well, and then we're gonna get to the June fixtures. So March. Guys, don't worry that there's not a lot of people in the chat. I do this for replay value as well. So when it goes up on the channel, people could get to watch it. So I will be continuously talking and not really reading the chat too much. So bear with me, stay with me. So we have Bulgaria and Montenegro playing to a 1-1 draw. England beating the Czech Republic 5-0. Montenegro losing to England 1-5 at home. That goal was marred with controversy, with Montenegrin fans saying racial slurs at the English players. We all could remember that. Then Kosovo drew 1-1 with Bulgaria. Montenegro drew 1-1 with Kosovo. We are now in June. Montenegro drew 1-1 with Kosovo. And today, oh no, that was yesterday, Czech Republic beat Bulgaria 2-1. So that's it for the matches in Group A. We will have matches coming up on the 10th, which will be Monday. We will have Bulgaria playing Kosovo, and then we will have Czech Republic playing Montenegro. And as I mentioned earlier, England will not play until September, where they have 2 fixtures against Kosovo and against Bulgaria. Both fixtures they should win. Guys, remember, I did predict Kosovo to qualify to Euro 2020. And I'm predicting them to qualify directly via the group, like coming in second or top in the group. So look for it. Look for it. I know I'll come under a lot of criticism for that, but I don't really care. I don't care. But that's it for Group A, guys. Let's move on to Group B. Of course, if there is something worth talking about, I will talk about it as I go along. In Group B, we have Ukraine topping that group right now. I did talk about the Ukraine-Serbia match, 5-0 victory. That was an emphatic victory by Andrei Shevchenko and his boys. And they are currently on top of Group B with 7 points after 3 games played. So they won 2 and they drew 1. Second in the group, Luxembourg, 3 games played, 4 points. Winning 1, drawing 1, and losing 1. Then we have Portugal, who are currently taking part in UEFA Nations League as well. They will play the Netherlands in the finals tomorrow. Guys, who do you think will win the UEFA Nations League final? Even though I'm not here to talk about that. But guys, it's really, really hard to predict. That game, super hard to predict. I don't even think I'm going to make a video and put it out tonight because I really don't know. It might blow up in my face. So Portugal, they're third in the group, 2 points, 2 draws in their first 2 matches. Then we have Lithuania, 1 point, 1 draw, and a loss after 2 games played. And at the bottom of the group, Serbia, 1 loss and a draw after 2 games played. So they have 1 point, dead last in the group. Serbia needs to maybe sack this guy, Mladen Krstajic, man. Definitely needs to sack this guy because he does not have the credentials to be a manager or coach of Serbia. They have way too many talented players for them to be screwing up and losing 5-0 to Ukraine. I'm not saying they won't lose to Ukraine, but 5-0, man, come on. That's ridiculous. That is very, very bad. That is bad. But let's run through the fixtures so far in Group B. We have a lot of groups to go through, so let's run through these. Portugal and Ukraine drew 0-0. Then we had Luxembourg beating Lithuania 2-1. Lithuania is a really weak team. Very, very weak. One of the minnows of Europe. Then we have Portugal and Serbia drawing 1-1. Well, what happened to Serbia drawing with Ukraine on the road? Like you play that well versus Portugal, and then you go up versus Ukraine and you bottle it. They were horrible. I made a video on it, guys. Go check it out. Go check it out. Then we had Luxembourg losing 1-2 to Ukraine. Then Ukraine beating Serbia 5-0. And we had Lithuania and Luxembourg playing to a 1-1 draw. Guys, do you fancy Luxembourg making a shock entry at Euro 2020? I don't know. I think Serbia may catch themselves and qualify directly. They also have the UEFA Nations League parachute as well to save them if they don't qualify directly. But they don't want to depend on that. They really don't. Really, really don't. We have games on June 10th, guys. And then that would be it for this current international break where we have Ukraine playing Luxembourg, a game I think Ukraine should win. And then we have Serbia playing Lithuania. They better win that. They better. If Serbia lose or draw versus Lithuania, Mladen Krstajic is gone. Remember, I told you so. I'm predicting that right now. I'm predicting it. So Advenko says he has a question. Yes, shoot the question. Shoot it quick. What is the question? Before I move on to Group C. What's the question? Bring it on. Okay, I'm moving on then. Taking too long. Okay. Do you think we'll get to the point where there will be no minnows and everyone will be competitive? There will always be minnows. Always be minnows. It's like saying, will they get to a point in the world where there will be no poor people? They will always be poor. They will always be rich. They will always be in between, middle class. So not going to happen. Always will be minnows. St. Vincent is a minnow. Then let's move on to Group C, guys, where we have Northern Ireland topping that group. They won today. I did take a glimpse at that result. So they are perfect right now. Mr. O'Neill and his boys are perfect. 3 wins in three. Seems like Northern Ireland are going to book themselves a place to the Euros. They were at the last Euros, right? They were. I think so. I can recall them playing at the Euros. Then Germany second, 2 wins in two. Netherlands, who are currently taking part in the UEFA Nations League final, they have 1 win and a loss. Remember that emphatic game between Germany and Netherlands with Nico Schulz scoring that late winner? They lost. So they are third in the group. So, oh man, Northern Ireland, you might get knocked off your perch, you know. You have Netherlands and Germany in this group. It's going to be really hard to top this group. But they may have a lifeline in the UEFA Nations League. Then we have Estonia. After 2 games, they lost both of them, no points. And Belarus also has no points in their group so far. So the fixtures so far in Group C, we have Northern Ireland 2-0 versus Estonia. Netherlands beating Belarus 4-0. Northern Ireland defeating Belarus 2-1. Germany defeating the Netherlands 3-2. Estonia losing 1-2 to Northern Ireland. That happened today. And the other game that played today, Germany defeating Belarus 2-0. Well, I expected that. I really didn't know Germany was playing today, guys. While I was at work, I usually watch games at work on my phone. But for some reason, I forgot games were being played in the evening. Like, I saw the Croatia-Wales match this morning. And then I was like, that's it for me. I'm exhausted. Too much football. It's so much to digest. So much to digest, man. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just chill, man. Let me just rock. You know, I had a lot of work to do. I was writing in my notepad, writing up some things I have to do. Copa America prediction, Gold Cup prediction. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a break, man. Let me just take a break. So we had Germany defeating Belarus 2-0. Let me see what happened in that game. Who scored? Who scored? Okay. So in that game, we had Leroy Sané, and Marco Reus scoring the goals for Germany. But I expected them to smash Belarus, though. 2-0 is not a good margin at all. But anyways, it's still a win. A win is a win. Right, guys? A win is a win. Hello to everyone who has joined the stream. Appreciate you joining, man. Appreciate it. Then we have Germany playing Estonia on the 11th. That's Tuesday. And also Belarus taking on Northern Ireland on the same day. And then we won't be back for Euro qualifiers until September. So we will have a long summer break from Euro qualifiers. At least we have a chance to focus on other things. Guys, I'll be going on vacation next month in July. Remember, in 2017, some of you guys could remember I covered the Gold Cup from St. Vincent, and I will be covering tournaments down there as well. I will be doing Q&A Fridays from St. Vincent again. I'll look for some scenic destinations to locations to do Q&A Fridays from. I really appreciate you guys leaving your questions. At Venko, you haven't been leaving questions, man. You haven't been leaving questions. Stefan Muradali, you guys go leave some questions, man. Watch the Q&A, leave some questions. The last Q&A did pretty good. I was like, wow. Oh, good title, good thumbnail. It's doing good. It's the best. It's done the best out of all 4 Q&As so far. So it makes me feel good. It's a good encouragement. Really good encouragement. But let us move on to the next group, guys. We don't want to waste time. I will talk to you guys like for 10 minutes when I'm done running through these things. So in Group D, we have the Republic of Ireland on top. These Irish teams are on fire. They are on fire, guys. Oh, man, I need some water. Ooh, these Irish teams are hotting up the place. Hope they qualify. 3 games. Ireland, 2 wins and a draw, 7 points on top of Group D. Ahead of Switzerland, who are taking part in UEFA Nations League. They're in the 3rd place match versus England. Guys, let me segue into this real quick. England, Every time the team gets to the semifinals, the fans go crazy. They say, "Ooh, we're winning something. Ooh, we finally winning something. We're winning something. Oh my God, we're bringing this thing home. We're bringing this thing home." And then, nothing. Nothing. They need to chill. The fans spoil it for England. I like the England team. I have always liked the England team. Ever since the 1998 World Cup, I like the England team. But the fans spoil it, man. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. Don't want to talk too much about that. Switzerland, second, 4 points, 1 win and a draw. Switzerland is a good team. They're looking really good. I like this Swiss team, and I'm going to predict this right now. Switzerland will be in England tomorrow. Okay, let's move on. Georgia. I don't have any problems with England. Just let's make that clear. But, I think Switzerland would beat them tomorrow. Georgia, 3 points, 1 win, 2 losses. Not good at all, Georgia. Georgia, got to do better than that. Then we have Denmark. 2 points after 2 games. I think they give up a lead in that game versus, not give up a lead. Well, yes, they give up a lead. They were leading the game versus Republic of Ireland, and then Shane Duffy to the rescue. Guys, I think I was doing some research. I was going to make a video on it. Shane Duffy is the best goal scoring defender in the Premier League. I don't think Virgil van Dijk had passed him, or Company, or Laporte. But Shane Duffy scores a lot of goals. I think he had like 5 goals this season. So way to go. He always pops up. Put him in the back of the net. And then at the bottom of the group, we have Gibraltar. After 2 games, no points. So let's run through the fixtures that happened so far in Group D. We had Switzerland beating Georgia. No. You got to say it like this. Switzerland beating Georgia 2-0. And then we had Republic of Ireland beating Gibraltar 1-0. I did talk about all those games back in March. I think they could have beat them by more goals, but they were complaining about the pitch was kind of small and all kind, and it was windy and all of that. You know the excuses. And then we had Switzerland, that 3-3 draw with Denmark. That was remarkable. That was crazy. But anyways, let's move on. Republic of Ireland beating Georgia 1-0, and then Georgia beating Gibraltar 3-0. Guys, remember Gibraltar recently picked up their first win. It's pretty decent. And that happened in the Nations League, not in Euro qualifiers. Then Denmark and Republic of Ireland played to a 1-1 draw yesterday. Then we have more games in June the 10th. There's a lot of games, guys. Can't keep track of this. It's 55 teams playing. 55. Ridiculous. Could I say ridiculous one more time? Ridiculous amount of games. Republic of Ireland takes on Gibraltar, a team they should beat. And after they play Gibraltar, that would be it for their games versus Gibraltar. Things are going to get realer as they go deeper into qualifiers, where they have to play Switzerland, and they have to play Switzerland again, and then they have to play Denmark again. I think Republic of Ireland could qualify for the Euros. They definitely could. But let's move on to Group E, guys, where we have Hungary. Hungary topping the group with 6 points after 3 games, winning 2 and losing 1. Remember, Hungary defeated Croatia 2-1. This is the group that I'm going to talk about, one of the featured matches. The featured matches in the title and the picture in the thumbnail, because, guys, I fancy the Croatian team. I have a lot of Croatian supporters. I talk about the team a lot. So we have Croatia in second, 6 points after 3 games. They defeated Azerbaijan, and then they defeated Wales today, 2-1. And then we have Wales third, 3 points after 2 games. Team has a lot of talented players. Then we have Slovakia Oh man, 3 points after 2 games, and Azerbaijan at the bottom without a single point. The boys from Baku. Okay, so let's just run through the fixtures that happened so far in Group E. We had Slovakia defeating Hungary 2-0. Then Croatia defeating Azerbaijan 2-1. Wales defeating Slovakia 1-0. Hungary defeating Croatia 2-1. Guys, the crazy thing about that victory, that was such a big victory. That video was made in March. It had March, April, May. We're now in June. That video is still getting views. That video is still getting views and comments. The people from Hungary are commenting on that video still. It's such a big deal. If you're in here and you haven't smashed a thumbs up button, please do so. Get the video to 20 likes. Okay? Then we're now into the June matches, the games I want to talk about. Hungary defeating Azerbaijan 3-1. So that's good. Good stuff by Hungary. Really underrated team. A team that was a big dog back in the day. The mighty Magyars, Ferenc Puskás. Hungary, what they have came down to like nothing. And they are trying to build themselves back up. But let's talk about the featured game here, guys. Croatia versus Wales. Croatia versus Wales. You know, Croatia was the runners-up at the World Cup, guys. Remember that, right? Remember that team? Remember that man named Luka Modric. Guys, this thing is happening to me now. Luka Jovic is in the article so much, right, that I totally forget Luka Modric. For real. Like, every time I try to say Luka Modric, like Luka Jovic comes out. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just hope Luka Jovic does not flop at Real Madrid. Really hope not, because he did not look too good versus Ukraine yesterday. So Croatia, after the World Cup, they're going through a kind of tricky phase, you know. You have Vasilico, really quality left right back. He is injured all the time. Then we have Mario Mandzukic retiring. He used to be very good up top. Subasic used to be really good in goal. But now we have Lovre Kalinic and Dominik Livakovic and Simon Sluga. All these guys are not like as good as Subasic, in my opinion. Well, after the loss versus Hungary, Livakovic started today, which was pretty good. I really liked that. And he wasn't even that convincing in goal. And I was like, but it's a good thing it wasn't Lovre Kalinic. If Lovre Kalinic was in goal today, Croatia would have lost that game. Believe me. But it's a W. They have never lost a Euro qualifier game at home, so that record stands. And the team looks decent still. No Rakitic today. It was Livakovic, Vida, Lovren. We had Bona Barisic coming back from that injury he suffered last time around. Tiniadvai being really consistent. We had Marcelo Brozovic and Luka. You see that? I told you guys. Luka Modric in the midfield, and ahead of them there was Kovacic, Brekalo, Perisic, and up top, Andrej Kramaric. Pretty decent team. Croatia scored first through an own goal, Lawrence own goal. It would have been a tap-in anyway for Kramaric across from Perisic. It was a really good counter-attacking play by Croatia. Caught Wales out, and they punished them. And it was 1-0 at halftime. It went into the second half, and Croatia scored early in the second half through a Perisic goal. And Croatia should have scored more goals. They should have scored more goals and put the game to bed. They should have put the game to bed, but they were playing around. And Wales came back in the game. Ryan Giggs and his boys, Gareth Bale and Harry Wilson, and that kid, what's his name again? That just went to Man United. Man United's big signing. Danny, is his name Daniel James? What is his name? But anyways, anyways, and then we had this kid from Bournemouth coming off the bench. I think that's the guy. I think Daniel James is from Bournemouth. He came off the bench and he scored. Yeah, Daniel James came off the bench, and the guy that the guy that plays for Man United now, that Man United just signed, the Welsh Messi, the Welsh Messi as they calling him. Yeah, Brooks, Daniel James, yes, and David Brooks came off the bench and scored. David Brooks came off the bench. David Brooks is a really neat player. He's a really neat player. The Premier League has some very neat 19-year-old players that a lot of people are not talking about, but we'll talk about them another time. But Croatia were playing around. They were playing around with Wales, and they could have got punished. They could have got punished. Really could have. And that's the only flaw right now, I think, with this Croatian team. Like, they're not killing off their opponents. They don't have that killer instinct. They lack that killer instinct, man. Very good World Cup team, but afterwards they're like really so-so. But they pulled it off. They got a victory, and that's the most important thing. That is the most important thing. We had Milan Badel coming on. We had a guy named Škorić coming on as well. He plays for Osijek. So it was nice to see a player from the league coming on as well. That was really good to see. And who was the other player that came off the bench? I can't quite remember all the players that came off. Then I'll let you know. We had Mario Pasalic of Atalanta, who is going to be in the Champions League next season. That's some awesome stuff. But all in all, I think Wales didn't play too badly. Croatia were the better team on the day, but Wales came into the game in the second half, and they could have punished Croatia. They could have picked up a point from this game, but Croatia held on for the win, which is most important. But if they continue like this, guys, they could potentially miss out on a Euro 2020 qualifiers directly at least. You know, they have the UEFA Nations League parachute. So let us move on. We are now in Group E, and we spoke about the Croatia 2, Wales 1 fixture. The other game, I said Hungary defeated Azerbaijan 3-1. We don't need to go into that too much. So let's move on to the next group, which is Group F, where Spain is on top with 9 points, perfect, 3 in 3. Sweden second, 7 points, 2 wins and a draw. Then we have Romania third on 4 points, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Malta 3 points after 3 matches, 1 win, 2 losses. Norway behind Malta, 2 points, 2 draws and a loss after 3 games. And the Faroe Islands, no points after 3 games. They are getting a beating in the group. So run through all the fixtures from this Group F right now. We had Sweden defeating Romania 2-1. Malta defeating Faroe Islands 2-1. Spain defeating Norway 2-1. Romania defeating Faroe Islands 4-1. And then we had Norway and Sweden drawing 3-3. That was an exciting game. 2 Scandinavian teams playing in a derby right there. We wish we could see games like that all the time. And then in this, I'm going a little bit ahead of myself there. Malta lost to Spain 0-2. And now in June, this current international break, Sweden defeating Malta 3-0. I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to see if Marcus Berg scored, if he actually played, if he scored. He did break his duck, and he did not score. We had goals by Quaison, Klaassen, and Alexander Isaac. That's good to see. I want to see if Marcus Berg actually played, because this guy is, I don't know why they continue to play him. I don't know why Jan Andersen persists with Marcus Berg at all. I really don't understand that. Really don't get it. So right now, this thing decides to play highlights. I hate when the laptop does that. Like when I'm trying to do something and it want to do something else. Like absolutely hate that. But anyways, Marcus Berg did not score, and that's what I was looking for. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. We had a 2-2 draw between Norway and Romania. Norway should have defeated Romania, in my opinion. And then we had Spain defeating the Faroe Islands 4-1. And that's not a convincing victory at all. Spain should have completely smashed the Faroe Islands, like 7-0 or something like that. And they didn't. We have Spain play Sweden on Monday, guys. That's a big game. That is a big game. That's a game I could possibly tune into. Then Malta play Romania, and then Faroe Islands play Norway, and then we don't come back until September. Let us move on to the next group, which is group. Damn, we have a lot of groups to go through still. This is ridiculous. The football is so much football, but I should get through this before 45 minutes time. I don't want to be here super long, maybe an hour tops. Group G, guys. Poland top in the group right now, 9 points, 3 wins after 3 games. Israel doing really, really well. Second, 7 points, 2 wins and a draw. North Macedonia and not Macedonia. It's now called North Macedonia. 4 points, 1 win and 1 draw along with a loss. Austria not doing well at all. 3 points after 3 games. It seems like Austria may flop. And then Slovenia, my boy Žiga Karun's team, 2 points after 3 games. I think they recently switched their manager as well. Then we had Latvia, no points in the group. Latvia is one of the European minnows as well. So let's run through the fixtures really quick. There ain't no fixture in here I really want to stay too long and talk about unless it's like something I didn't know happened. I will elaborate a bit, but not really. Israel 1, Slovenia 0. North Macedonia 3, Latvia 1. Austria 0, Poland 1. That's a derby, right? That's a derby right there, guys. Austria, Poland. That's a derby. Flags same color. Israel 4, Austria 2. That was a shocking result. I think Zahavi scored a hat-trick in that game. Then we had Slovenia join 1-1 with Macedonia. That's like a Balkan derby right there. Former Yugoslav teams playing each other. Then I think, I might be wrong. I think people say Slovenia is not part of the Balkans. Maybe. Not important. Then we had Poland defeating Latvia 2-0. You know that boy Krzysztof Piatek on fire still, right? Then we had Israel. Now we're in the June fixtures. Israel defeating Latvia 3-0 with Iran Zahavi scoring another hat-trick. And I think he became only the second player to score back-to-back hat-tricks or something. Let me click on it and let you guys know the tidbit. Because I did read up on something like that. Okay. Zahavi has 7 goals in 3 qualifiers. That's crazy. 7 goals in 3 qualifiers. Wow. I really admire this player, and the first time I saw Iran Zahavi was when I think Maccabi Tel Aviv was in the Champions League a few seasons ago, and he looked good. You know a good player when you see a player. You know a good player when you see one. And Zahavi is a really, really good player. So he completed another hat-trick. He may actually score the most goals in qualifiers if he continues like this. North Macedonia 0, Poland 1. Big victory for Poland there. And Austria finally beating Slovenia. Not good at all for Slovenia. They have been going through a rut. They have been going through a real rut as of late. So let us move on though. Let us move on to Group H, where we have a game I want to talk about in here. On top of the group, in Group H, Turkey. Wow. Wow. Could you believe it, guys? Turkey, they qualified for Euro 16 with the final kick of a ball. Final kick in the game. It was Selçuk İnan scoring a direct free kick, I could recall, to book Turkey's place in Euro 16. It was amazing. It was amazing. Then Turkey, perfect score in the group right now, 9 points after 3 games. France. I will get to France, and I will get to Turkey and France. You know, eating turkey in France. Then France after 3 games, 6 points. Iceland after 3 games, 6 points. Albania after 3 games, 3 points. Moldova after 3 games, 3 points. And Andorra, the minnows, no point yet. So let's talk about the fixtures that happened in this group H so far in qualifiers. We're just going to run them through until we get to the ones we actually want to talk about. Because we can't talk about all these fixtures, right? So Moldova 1, France 4, beating up on the small boys, right? Andorra 0, Iceland 2, Albania 0, Turkey 2, Turkey 4, Moldova 0, France 4, Iceland 0, Andorra 0, Albania 3, and now we're in the June fixtures. Iceland defeating Albania 1-0, Moldova defeating Andorra 1-0, and then Turkey defeating France 2-0. I was surprised when I saw the result, and that's when I saw the result. I was like, "Oh shoots! I missed the games. I totally forgot the games were playing. Missed the games. We had a goal by Kan Ahan. He's a really good up and coming talent in the 38th minute. And then Genzig under of Roma. Really good talent. I think he picked up an injury and it kind of stunted his development there, but he's back, scoring in the 40th minute. And Turkey held on despite not having most of the possession in the game. It's crazy. France team wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the most exciting team, but there was Mbappe, there was Griezmann, there was Giroud, there was Matuidi. It was a strong team. Pavard, Umtiti, Varane, Dinia. It was a strong team. Coman coming off the bench. It was a strong team. And when you look at the Turkey team in comparison, you could hardly recognize a name on the list. Maybe Burak Yilmaz. All the other names are unrecognizable to most. France really lapsing here. And Turkey are taking advantage. Turkey has to win games like this if they are to qualify for Euro 2020 directly. They're making a statement in this group, and it's a good look. It's a good look, and I like it. France, this is a wake-up call for them. Remember, they messed up in the UEFA Nations League as well, losing to the Dutch, and they didn't. I had France winning the UEFA Nations League after winning the World Cup, but look at what happened. Look at what happened to France. They're losing to Turkey now, and it's not a good look. It is not a good look. I think they just beat up on, who did they play? Who did they play in the friendly? Was it South Korea or one of these teams? I can't remember, but they recently played a friendly and they won that game. And I was like, this game is going on. Like, these games happen and we don't even know. We don't even know because there's so much football to follow, guys. Group I, the second to last group, guys. Group I, and we're almost done with the groups, and we're going to do a little bit of chit-chat, and then I'm done. I have things to do. I might just retire for the night and do what I have to do tomorrow after watching the Netherlands and Portugal, make a video, and then go to work after that again. Then Group I, Belgium on top, 3 wins after 3. Remember, Belgium was a team I followed at the 2018 World Cup. And note I said I followed. I'm not like a Belgium fan or anything. I just follow the team. So I know the team still, but, let's move on. Russia, have to talk about that game. Russia, after 3 games, 6 points. 2 wins and a loss. Scotland, after 3 games, 6 points. 2 wins and a loss. Cyprus, 3 games, 3 points. Kazakhstan, 3 games, 3 points. Both these teams picked up 1 win and lost 2 games. And then San Marino, San Marino at the bottom. No points after 3 games. A goal difference of -16. Yesterday when I spoke about the Serbia-Ukraine game, I mentioned that that was Ukraine's biggest win since they became an independent nation. And people corrected me, and you know what they said? No, that ain't the biggest win. Ukraine defeated San Marino, I think 9-7-0. And I was like, oh man, I messed up again. But at least I got comments out of people with that mistake. At least I got those comments out of people. I like making mistakes, unintentional mistakes, and sometimes intentional ones as well. K-Block, I didn't even have dinner yet. My stomach is like growling. I'm hungry. I'm just drinking water. I'm just staying hydrated. When I'm done, I'll have something to eat, but I'm just staying hydrated for now. But let's run through the fixtures in Group I and get to the one I want to talk about. Kazakhstan 3, Scotland 0. Cyprus 5, San Marino 0. Belgium 3, Russia 1. Russia 4, Kazakhstan 0. San Marino 0, Scotland 2. How did that happen? I don't know how Scotland only managed 2 goals versus San Marino. But San Marino showed up on that day. They played well. They played well. Cyprus 0, Belgium 2. And now, okay, let me run through these 2 first and then I'll get to the last one. Belgium 3, Kazakhstan 0. Romelu Lukaku scored again. He's a small team bully, as you guys should know. We had Torgan Hazard and Eden Hazard playing in the same team too. These guys just moved to new clubs. We had Hazard going to Madrid. Guys, do you think Hazard will do well at Madrid? And Torgan Hazard moving from one Borussia team to another Borussia team in Mönchengladbach and Dortmund. So I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. Vincent Kompany also turned out as well, which was a really, really good look. I like that. Then who else played in that game? Dries Mertens. He scored in that game as well. Belgium is a good team. Roberto Martinez, Belgium is a good team. Maybe Thierry Henry should have stayed the assistant manager of that team and not go to Monaco to embarrass himself and kind of messed up his whole coaching career there. No one would want to hire him now. So let's move on. Scotland 2, Cyprus 1. Scotland 2, Cyprus 1. And the final game, guys, not guy. There's more than one guy in here. Then Russia 9, San Marino 0. San Marino should just stop. They should just stop. They should just say, listen, we know San Marino will not qualify for the Euros. We know teams like Lithuania and Latvia and Andorra and Gibraltar, these teams would not qualify. Faroe Islands, they won't. They just don't involve them. Just don't involve them. That's like one less group. And that's one less group that I have to recap and review. Okay? If you leave those teams out. Are you listening, UEFA? Leave those teams out. They're waste teams. Waste teams. No disrespect to these teams, of course. None whatsoever intended. But anyways, 9. Guys, we had Artem Zhuba scoring 4 goals. 4 goals. A headline that says Zhuba scored 4 goals. You would think, yeah, Zhuba on fire. Zhuba. No, it was against San Marino. But Zhuba has been in very good form since the World Cup, though. The big man has been in good form. I think he is the captain now. I think he's the captain. That's good. That is really good. Smolov even scored twice. Smolov has not been playing very, very well. I was pipping Smolov to be the star at the 2018 World Cup, but no, it was Zhuba. It was Zhuba. And that other kid, what's his name? He went to Monaco. Golovin was really good at the World Cup. It was Zhuba and Golovin, and of course, my boy, that left-footed guy, what his name again, man? What's his name? Somebody tell me his name. Left-footed, plays for Valencia? Cheryshev. Where does he play? Valencia or Villarreal? It's Valencia. It has to be Valencia. Dennis Cheryshev, man. he was playing for Real Madrid. It's crazy that he was at Real Madrid, right? Real Madrid scooped up some neat players, but never really did anything with them, like Cheryshev and Odegaard, and who else? Who else did they have and didn't do anything with them? Can't remember. But anyways, that was a huge win. Huge win. Russia plays San Marino again when? They play them again on, I think, the final match day in November 2019. So in November, we will know the teams, the 20 teams who directly qualify for the Euros. I'm excited. Are you guys going to be here in November? Are you guys going to be here? Are you guys going to stick around with me until November when we talk about the teams that qualify for the Euros? I think you guys will. Well, let's move on to the final group, which is Group J, and then we will go into a bit of a chit-chat. So Italy topping that group so far. 3 wins after 3. Roberto Mancino and his boys are doing really well, man. I like what he's doing with this team. He's giving informed players opportunities, and I like that. Second in the group, Finland. The boy Timo Pukki on fire. How many goals is this guy going to score? And he's going to be in the Premier League next season with Norwich. So look out for Timo Pukki tormenting top 6 teams next season. Third in the group, Greece. 4 points after 3 games. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Bosnia and Herzegovina not doing well at all. They lost today. 3 games, 4 points. 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Then we had Armenia. 3 games, 3 points, 1 win, and 2 losses. And Liechtenstein. That's another team that should not be in the qualifiers. After 3 games, 3 losses. Throw them out. Throw out the minnows. Then let's do a run through of all the fixtures that happened so far in the last group, Group J. Liechtenstein 0, Greece 2, Italy 2, Finland 0, Bosnia 2, 1, Armenia 0, Finland 2, Italy 6, Liechtenstein 0. I think that was the game Fabio Quagliarella. That's a nice name, right, guys? I think I'm going to change my name to Quagliarella. Dominic Quagliarella. Could you say Quagliarella fast 5 times? Quagliarella. Oh, my God. What a name. Quagliarella and Immobile. Quagliarella and Immobile. Belotti. Chiesa. Barella. Donnarumma. Oh, the names. Guys, I have so many names in my head. It's so ridiculous. From all these teams, I know so many players. Bosnia and Herzegovina 2 Greece. And now we get into the Greece games. I meant to say June games. So we had Finland 2 and Bosnia and Herzegovina 0. Guess who scored the goals for Finland, guys? Guess who scored the goals? You know it. So wait, is Dzeko going to Juventus? That's what he's saying. Dzeko is an old lady? Oh, really? I don't think so. I don't see that happening. Okay, so Advenko said, Dom, look up Quagliarella's story. He had a stalker who threatened him. Wow. For what? For scoring too many goals this season in the Serie A? More goals than Cristiano Ronaldo? And all the other top strikers in the league? Yeah, he did. Then we had Armenia beating Liechtenstein 3-0, and Henrik Mkhitaryan did not score. So who scored the goals? That's a big question. That's a good question. Greece losing to Italy 3-0 as well. 3-0. We had a goal by Barella, if I could remember. Waiting for this thing to load. Lorenzo Insigne. I really admire that player, though. Lorenzo Insigne will be a good player to move to the Premier League. But he's going to stay in Italy and not test out his skills elsewhere. And then we had a big man, Leonardo Bonucci, scoring in the 33rd minute. He's the next one that should have moved somewhere else. It would have been nice to see Bonucci at Real Madrid or Barcelona or like a Liverpool, Man City, one of these Bayern Munich. But they all gonna stay in Italy and they all gonna stay there and win Scudettos and ain't winning nothing else. So, and that's me firing shots at the Italian league as well. So the game was wrapped up in like 30 minutes, and Socrates, Papastotopoulos, and Costas Manolas, and Zeka, and these guys couldn't handle the Italians in the first half hour, and they just lost it. So that brings you to an end, I think, of the roundup of all the games that was played in the first 2 days. And what I'm going to do, I won't be back doing a live stream tomorrow talking about Euro qualifiers, but on Monday, I'll be doing another one late. Another late because I work late on Monday. So I'll be doing another one to just recap all the games so that I cover everything. I want to make sure I cover everything. Maybe not the Women's World Cup or the Under 20 World Cup, but everything else. Nor the friendlies, but everything else. Even the King's Cup I covered. And the World Cup qualifiers. The minnows in Asia. We saw Malaysia defeating Timor-Leste 7-1. And I was actually getting into fights with the Malaysian fans that I said all the teams are weak, and they said that Malaysia isn't weak, and we were fighting. But anyways, guys, that brings you to an end of the recap. So now we know who are in what positions and who could possibly qualify for Euro 2020. So we have 6 teams, 3 games already played. So I think we are like halfway through the qualifiers. We are halfway through. So we're almost there. So guys, talk to me. I have 10 minutes, 9 minutes counting down. I only want to make this 1 hour. Talk to me. Don't want to make it too long. I wanted to have some replay value for the people who could not join the chat. If you're in here and you have not clicked the thumbs up button, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? Let's talk, guys. Let us talk. Demir Imamagic. Are you magical? Imamagic. Not magic, but magic. Scotland avoided the Kazakhs trophy today. Oh, I like that one. Where did you come up with that, man? Where did you come up with that? Kevin, why you keep asking me what's for dinner, though? Why you keep asking me what's for dinner? There's nothing for dinner yet. I don't even know. Maybe I'll have some cereal or something. We have Andros Philippopoulos. Andros Philippopoulos. Andros Philippopoulos. Welcome to the live stream, man. If you've been here, appreciate it. Gamma is up in here, man. Gamma's been with the channel for a while. I've got a question. Which team do you want to see making the first debut in Euro 2023? Why Euro 2023 though, and not Euro 2020? And is there gonna be a Euro in 2023? Shouldn't it be in 2024 though? Shouldn't it be in 2024? Is that a trick question? Am I missing something here? Okay. Andy Joe. Oh my God. Andy Joe, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you? Like, seriously. All right. We have Bob 123 Illich. What's up, man? What's up? Serbia will be the first country in former Yugoslavia to host a major country. Is Serbia part of the fixtures for Euro 2020? Are they? There's so many fixtures, I really don't know all the fixtures off the top of my head. Will America win the Gold Cup? You'll have to wait until I do the Gold Cup predictions. You will have to wait for me to answer that. 2020, Gamma, you said 2020. No, you said 20. Oh, you made a correction. Well, the team, one of the minnows, well, they're not really minnows anymore, according to the results that we've seen. But I think that Kosovo could definitely qualify. Damn, why do you hate minnows? I don't hate minnows. I really don't. I really don't hate minnows. I'm from a minnow, so I don't hate minnows. Okay, we have CONCACAF and CONMEBOL could potentially merge. Demir Imamagic. Well, Brian Hinojosa did posed that question to me, and I said it don't make sense for them to merge because CONCACAF already have so many teams and they have so many small teams. I'm gonna explain this and I'm gonna tell you guys why it definitely should not happen. They have so many weak teams. Could you guys imagine a team like Bermuda coming up versus Brazil or Argentina? Like, come on. Even a Jamaica versus one of these teams is like a mismatch. To be completely honest, no disrespect to Jamaica, but I think them playing against, like, imagine Messi versus Jamaica. Like, he would destroy them. So I don't think it makes any sense at all. It makes no sense to merge. Canada will qualify for the 2022 World Cup. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Really don't know about Canada qualifying for the 2022 World Cup. Do you see St. Vincent and the Grenadines winning any trophies? Nah, definitely no trophies. Bosnia was a minnow in the 1990s. Well, now it's actually 20-something years. So some of these minnows could actually develop and get better 20-something years from now. It happens. It definitely happens. Then we have Bermuda is in the Gold Cup. Yes, they're in the Gold Cup. They have a player by the name of Naki Wells and another player by the name of Lambe. Those guys play in the English leagues. Naki Wells, some of you guys should know, played for Huddersfield. And I think Naki Wells did go to Burnley, if I could recall. Was he? I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. Messi played Trinidad and Tobago, didn't score. We lost 3-0 though. When did that happen? When was that game? Can't remember that game. But where was that game played? Was that the World Cup? Was that at the World Cup? Was that at the 2006 World Cup? Wasn't it? It was in 2014. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I remember when the Soca Warriors went to 2006 World Cup, man. Guys, those things are so, you know what I don't understand is how some people could talk about these things like it was just yesterday. Like, I could recall watching all the World Cups from since 1998, and I can't recall, like, actual things that happened. It's like so many things that happened since then. It's like so many things. But World Cup 1998 was special. It was special watching Brazil and France, and I started memorizing all the names of the players, and it was, it was special. One thing about me, I watched all the World Cups since 1998. Not club football, though. I'm going to admit that. Not club football. And the reason being, in St. Vincent, I didn't have cable, and when the World Cup came on, well, I saw 2 World Cups in St. Vincent, 1998 and 2002. I saw all the other World Cups in America, but I've always been crazy about World Cups. Crazy. But in terms of just being on top of all the games and all the tournaments, this didn't start till like maybe after 2014 World Cup. I really started paying attention. I could say I really started like paying close attention, watching the Premier League like hard in like when I moved on my own. Because before that, man, I had a lot of things to deal with, personal issues in life. It was not until I moved on my own that I was like, yes, I have my own place, put on the TV, I record games, I come home, I'm by myself, I watch the games, and it was really good. It was really good. So it was really good. But I have a lot of games recorded on this TV I have over there right now, and they're just filling up my DVR. I have a DVR for nothing. But anyways, what are you guys saying? We have actually 1 minute left in this live stream, 1 single minute. And I think after that, I'm going to go to sleep. It's 10 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to make any more videos tonight. I think whatever video I have up right now, that's going to be it. And tomorrow, I'm going to grind again. I think I'm going to grind again. Okay, we have one more thing here. I see a Curacao, man. Somebody from Curacao. Did you check out the results of the King's Cup? I know you come in here to rub this in my face. I know you are. Don't come to rub things in my face. Because I did not predict Curacao to win the King's Cup. And they did win the King's Cup. Congrats to Curacao. They defeated Thailand. I think it was a 3-1 or 3-0 or whatever. They defeated them. And then they booked their place into the finals. India, they lost their game. No. They defeated India. They defeated India 3-1. Then we had Vietnam defeating Thailand 1-0. And the goal that Vietnam scored, it was a howler from the keeper. It was so silly to watch. It's like this guy named Win Anduk. I think he's the all-time leading goal scorer. Headed the ball straight to the goalkeeper. He was off his line and he hit the ball and he could have like catch the ball and he hit the ball so stupidly like a volleyball hit, and he did that and put it back over, and then when he tried to hit it, it was like so comical, and him and the defender was trying to get it out of there. And Vietnam won, got into the finals. It was a 1-1 after extra time. I don't know if it was extra time in the game, but it was 1-1. And then Curacao won 5-4 in the penalty shootout with one of my favorite Vietnam players, if not my favorite, Win Kong Pham, missing the only penalty. So I do know what's going on in the King's Cup. You see this guy, Andy Joe? He may get banned pretty soon. I've been banning a lot of people lately. I just can't put up with the nonsense though. But Curacao looking good going into the Gold Cup. It will be very hard to predict them not to get out of their group, but they are in a tough group. So wait for my predictions. Guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Thanks for everyone who joined. If you have not hit the subscribe button and you're just lurking, do so. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, do so. Shame on you if you haven't. And guys, man, I appreciate everyone who took their time to watch me live. If you want more live streams like this, you can tell me. I make a lot of videos I post. You could go under the videos and say, hey, man, when are you going live? I like your live streams. Go live. And I will go live. But guys, until a few days from now, when I will go live again, in order for me to cover everything, I have to go live, because I'm not gonna record a video like this and then sit down and edit it. It's not gonna happen. But guys, man, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Let me go eat some food, and until next time, peace out. Rich School. Will you give Krstajic for Robbie tomorrow and we pay transportation? What are you talking about? But anyways,